some point of me walking over here and sitting down, the orange tip flung off this.
Welcome to the podcast where we talk about anything and everything that comes out of the crapshoot. I'm your host, JD. This is my co-host.
Hi, it's me. I'm Greg Land. I'm the head writer for the show The Flash.
It's James. I call him James. Everyone else calls him Jimmy. It just works like that.
It's a little bit weird. It's a little quirky at night.
And a lot of things happened this week, James.
Yeah, to start things off on a somber note, R.I.P. to the legend Lance Reddick.
I was just about to bring that up. I thought you were pulling a funny jape with me when you sent me that
Hey,
that
JD,
message.
I thought the internet was pulling a funny jape with me when I saw that.
You know, I looked up. You know, I gently opened the door and I saw this DM that you sent me about Lance Reddick. Wow, I can't believe it. He's actually dead.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing that fucking hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Like 12 hours before his death was announced, he had just made an Instagram post where he was just like, yeah, I love my fucking dogs. They're amazing. And it's like, you look at him, he looks like a healthy man. He has several like workout machines just in his living room. He looks fine. And
yeah,
happy.
I forgot he was super in shape. Like, working out.
He's a super in shape dude, and he's in his 60s and stuff. He
does not look like he's in his 60s. He looks like he's in like his 30s, late 30s maybe.
He literally looks the exact same as he did when he was 30.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
Wow, that's quite sad because I really enjoyed the stuff that he was in. Like the Fringe TV show. He was in the Fringe TV show. Remember that?
Is that the one where he's the Toys R Us store owner?
No, the Fringe was he was like a detective or something. It was part of the police.
I might not know that one. Like, what comes to my mind when you say that is the one where he's like, I will shit in places that will leave most people confused.
No, not that one. The Fringe was a pretty good TV show, I think. It was about like the paranormal or something. They were like detectives trying to figure out like this.
Oh, you're thinking Supernatural.
You don't know what Fringe is? I'm surprised you don't know what that is.
There's apparently just Fringe?
Fringe, yep.
Yeah, well, he was in that. Philip Broyles.
Yeah, he was in there. That's the first time I saw him, I think. And the second, well, obviously he's in the John Wick movies. That's probably where most people probably saw him. Probably, yeah.
I don't think I could tell you where the first place I saw him from. I'd have to definitely like look down his.
He was in a lot of stuff, actually.
He was in so much stuff, dude.
Like the Resident Evil Netflix show.
he was Albert Wesker.
He was Albert Wesker.
I think like as many people are upset that he was casted because he's black, he does a fucking great job at being Wesker. This is one of those things was like I was really happy that he was cast as Wesker. Even if he doesn't really fit the role well. Which also the Netflix series is supposed to be canon with the games.
Hell yeah.
So you know, it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense. I'm genuinely trying to figure out where the first place I saw him was.
But yeah, did they say how he died or? He died at 60.
Natural causes.
Yeah, that's why they listed natural causes, but I don't like. What does that mean? Just like organ failure from aging or something?
It's so vague.
Like organ failure
from can't be from like
natural causes.
Oh my god, JD! The first place I saw him, technically heard him, was the Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes animated TV show as Falcon.
Really?
Yes.
My god.
He was also in the newest season of The Legends of Vox Machina, the Critical Role show on Amazon.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, he played the main bad guy. He was perfect for it, too. I was like, the moment I recognized his voice, I lost my mind. Oh my god, I forgot. He's in the Batman Unburied podcast.
Oh.
He plays Thomas Wayne, Bruce Wayne's dad. I always forget that.
He was Thomas Wayne at one point?
He was Thomas Wayne. He does such a great... He's like so good. They give him so many good like lines and stuff. It's a great podcast in general. And he's great in it.
Yeah, I guess it's just
This
it's
fucking sucks
unfortunate we
that he's
lost
gone, man.
such a good person, actor, dude.
He
Uh
was in Godzilla vs Kong.
I would say it's a pretty early death, you know.
Yeah,
Even though
I
60 is a pretty good,
my dad
pretty
is
far there,
60,
but
so to me it
yeah,
is like, yeah, I don't
that
think
is pretty early.
mm,
Mm,
he was in
well,
Castlevania.
rest in peace, I guess, Lance Reddick. My
A
God,
legend.
I can't believe I'll never be able to see him in any show again from now
I
on.
mean, people who are fans of Destiny will recognize him as the commander, which is like one of the main characters.
Hmm. But anyway,
I never played it.
how about some lighter news then, huh, James? Unless you have even darker news.
Yeah, the Flash TV show.
This is the third episode in a row you've talked about the Flash TV show.
Yeah, because it's
Is
its
this
final
going to go on
season.
for like 20 minutes again?
No,
You said
I'm
you were
gonna
going to
make
keep it
this.
short, but
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna
first
keep
one was
this.
the
I'm gonna
entire
keep.
episode. The
I'm gonna
second one
keep
was like
this.
30 minutes.
I'm gonna keep this one short because there's
Hmm.
not much to say because nothing really happened.
Hmm.
But so the newest episode of The Flash, which is its final season, doesn't even star the Flash.
Uh-huh.
It's purely about a rogue from season 4, I believe, making a return. And the big thing is that this character died in season 4, like definitively died with like several other characters. And it was like this big moment where they all died in like the same time and stuff. And they're back. They don't explain it until the end of the episode. But everyone's like, "Hey, you're back," and she's like, "My power is I am lucky, but I'm not lucky."
They
and she
keep
gets a
asking
husband.
if I'm back. And
Mhm.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
I'm
I
back.
think I'm back. She's like, "My superpower is I'm lucky, but recently I've been unlucky." Her husband goes in a fucking coma and shit, and she's blamed for it and stuff. And I like spaced out for half of it. Two characters are really the main characters of this episode. Neither of them are the Flash. One's district attorney, one of them's one of the assistants to the Flash.
Hmm.
And then there's the third character, like Chuck, I think his name is. The other assistant,
Chuck,
the nerd, the guy in the chair.
my favorite character, Chuck.
And he does nothing the whole episode. He
They
just literally
brought him
sits down.
back.
It's like a bunch of shots of him on the computer going, I'm turning off the mainframe. I've shut down the entire city's power grid.
You
What?
ship everything
What?
to China.
Why'd you do that?
that?
Hey Chuck, we need to turn off the power in this building. Gotcha. I'm turning off this entire district's power grid. Chuck, people are in.
I'll do you one better.
Yeah, it's like no, Chuck, just
No,
building.
Chuck, you just need to do what I tell you to do, okay? And that's it. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, you got it. I'm turning off the entire power grid.
Got it.
No, Chuck, no.
But if I turn off the entire power grid, I also turn off what you want me to turn off too. So I think we both win in that scenario.
Electro's going for the power grid. You gotta shut it down. Gotcha. Shutting down the entirety of New York.
Shutting down the global power supply. Shutting it down. Ship everything to China.
And this is like a big episode because it's like, hey, here's a return of a classic character, and they just stand there the entire time as another guy's like, luck's on my side now, and because she's unlucky, so they just play a game of poker, and he just rigs it, and that's the entire thing. That was the entire episode.
Got it.
And
So,
then
I mean,
Flash
I don't
shows
like
up at
I
the
don't
end.
like a character who relies on luck. I think that's cheap. I think that's a skill diff and get wrecked.
I don't like that in the final season of The Flash, they still have to remove the Flash from the show. Especially when it's
Well,
a
I mean,
moment
wasn't this like
everything
a
can be solved if the Flash just shows up and grabs the person and leaves.
Well, that's why they can't have him. That's why they can't have him in the show because he can just show up and just fix everything.
Again, like I keep saying with the whole Superman problem, where all the fucking directors are like, "You can't write Superman because
It's a
he's such a
reoccurring thing, you
complicated
know?
character." And it's like, no, he's not. You just don't know what to do.
It's like a it's like a it's a reoccurring thing in the Flash TV show where Flash is not in
Yeah,
there.
it's a recurring.
You got to
thing where
stay
he's not
true
in
to
there,
the
and
final
they take
season
away
too.
they take away his speed.
He's either not there or he's useless.
How do we write this character? Well, I guess we can take away his speed, but the character's entire thing is his speed. Yeah.
I know.
I fucking hate it, dude.
It's like the fans
because it's like
fans of the Flash are like, "You're horrible," and then the directors, the producers like, "I'm horrible." Like, yeah, you're horrible. for taking away his speed, for not being able to write him into the story.
Like, motherfuckers, this is the final season. Come on. You can't do anything.
They can't keep getting away with this.
Also, Riverdale's
You can't
final
keep getting away with
season is
this.
coming up.
Riverdale's still going on?
Yeah, its final season is coming up, and man, the trailer for it is horrible.
God damn it, dude.
Jamie,
Why
there's
won't
literally
you
a moment
die?
where one of the main characters is floating in the air, her hands are glowing, and she's screaming as she's like fighting back energy. And I don't know what the fuck is going on in this show about teenagers who killed a person.
Wait, so the show was just supposed to be about a teenager who accidentally killed a person, or
No, it's about like, so hey, here's the group of Riverdalers. It's Jughead, it's Archie, it's Veronica and Betty. But guess what? Somebody's died, a person they knew, and now they got to figure out who did it. Anybody could be the. It was the dad. It was the dad of the kid. The dad killed him.
Whoa, spoilers, dude. Holy dude.
We should do a Riverdale commentary track.
You want
The first season?
You want me to watch this thing that you've been hating on the entire time, and you think I'll enjoy it?
Yeah.
You're horrible, James. You're horrible.
I'm horrible, JD.
You're
I'm
horrible. For forcing me to watch season 1 of Riverdale.
It's generally the best the show's ever been.
God damn it.
It's the peak of the show. Would you rather I drop you in like season 4 when Archie joins the World War II military, even though it's modern day technically?
It reminds me of that one clip that I've seen from like this, you know those like the bad dating shows that YouTube channels make sometimes?
Yeah, the fucking
the blind dates
button.
or something. Yes, it was something like that. But the girl was like, yeah, I'm a big fan of Riverdale, actually. I hope you don't mind. And then like he immediately denied it. She immediately gets like rejected. And she was like, was it the Riverdale thing? And then the dude was like, yeah, it was the Riverdale thing.
It's so bad. It's so bad. No, it's so off the rails. I'm so glad it's done.
So the thing is, does your whole family like it, or is it just your father?
It's just my sister doesn't even like it. Like she watched it with them, I think up till season 3, and I think he just watches it by himself because he's like a completionist kinda. He like has to watch stuff till the end, even if he doesn't like it. Unless it's everything everywhere all at once, then he just freaks out and we have to change it right away.
He doesn't like that one?
Nope.
I don't know if I would like it then either.
Yeah, JD, you and my dad, you're a lot alike.
We're basically the same person. I've just been catfishing you this entire time, James.
What do you mean? Let's see. My dad said something very nice about my script today.
What do you say?
So my brother came over and he was like talking to us, and I'd given him a copy of my script. And I'm just trying to get people's like thoughts and opinions on it so I can see like what people like and what people don't like. And I was asking him, because I'd given him a copy like 2 weeks ago. I was like, hey, so have you read the script? What do you think? And he goes, oh, I read some of it, then I had to put it down. And my dad from like another room goes, what do you mean?
What do you mean? Because he's a completionist, right? So he has to finish all.
Well, here's the thing, JD. He did put down the script when he saw that I saw him reading it. But he finished reading it and everything. And I'm like, what, Dad? And he's like, to my brother, he's like, what do you mean you put it down? How could you put it down? It's so encapsulating. It's how could you not want to continue reading it and then wonder what comes next?
That sounds kind of sarcastic.
I would say it is, except JD, he's very obvious when he's being sarcastic.
Is he?
He's extremely. It's a tell. It's his poker. It's. I was like very happy that he said it. Like it was like one of those moments where I'm like,
yeah, validation is pretty good.
It does. Like I don't think I write like amazing stuff, but it's when he has a reaction like that, it kind of makes me just feel happy.
Yeah, especially when you know your dad has such good taste.
Yeah. but it's also my dad.
Me try to ruin the mode for you.
Yeah.
No, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah. Have you read it, JD?
Oh, I read a little bit, but I had to put it down.
You're gonna do a live reading on stream?
I could. You want me to? I could do a live
Yeah, you know
reading.
what? I'll read along with you. We'll do the voices.
No, I'm just reading by myself. You just won't be there, or you'll be like in
Okay.
the chat. You're like, no, let me in, Jay. Let me in the voice chat. Like, get in the voice chat. Fight me. Say it to my
I'll
face, and
just
I
be
just
sending you
won't.
gifts that are like,
And
"Let
I'll be
me
like,
in,
no.
let me
And I'll
in."
be like, this plot point makes no sense. Like, no, JD, you're getting it wrong. You forgot to read the last sentence. God damn it.
JD,
It's like I'm
JD,
purposely
please.
getting everything wrong.
Well, you see, this wasn't in the video game.
Well, you see, this doesn't really make a lot of sense to me.
You see, I'm wondering how does this affect Mitchell when he gets his face fucked up?
No, I'm thinking, yeah, sure, maybe the crow would fuck him up a lot, but I think the two scars before would be pretty like iconic. I don't know how you could get rid of that.
I don't know how you could get rid of the two little itty bitty
I get you're
scratches on
trying to
his
make all these
face.
side characters interesting and all that, but they're just not really.
You know, he really tried to do something here by making these characters characters, but I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
You see, in my version,
Well, you see, you're a cuck. I don't understand why you made Adam a cuck. I mean, I think that's
yeah, let's talk about it, JD. That's a good segue.
yeah. I think you should just make things into a cuck. Also, yeah, Sneeko got into a big
Speaking of,
try. Speak of cucks, and it turns out it is cuck, and cuckold and cuck are like the same word.
are they? Because
Yeah, they're the same word.
It was the other way.
But cuck is just the short version of cuckold.
Okay,
Uh huh.
so is there a term for the person doing it then?
Asshole.
Yes.
Well,
Correct.
if you do it knowing that you're doing it, then you're an asshole. But if you do it
Right,
and you
there's
didn't
a
know you do
difference
it, then you
between
were
if it's the thing that you like.
then
or
you
if
were
it's not.
played. You were played.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
it's called cheater.
it's one of those things where if I was ever in that situation where I accidentally or like I cucked someone without knowing it, I feel pretty bad. I'd be like, oh
I
man, that's terrible. I'd
There's
feel
quite a
bad
lot
for
of
that dude.
occasions where a guy will like leave a note for the like boyfriend of the girl, like,
Yeah,
"Hey, I
he's just
didn't
telling him like,
know."
hey, so your girl's like this, and I was just I kind of hit it, and I wanted to let you know.
Yeah, there are like people that are like, "Hey, I wasn't aware until like it was over and I saw like pictures inside the house or something, or just something like that." Like,
I
I
was
wasn't
blinded
aware.
by my horniness. I didn't see all those pictures of you guys happily together and married and stuff. And I talked to
I,
some kids, but I didn't know they were your kids.
I made them lunch and I said, "Who's
So
Papa?"
so who is so you're just like you're like her previous kids or like like how do you bring up the conversation
"So,
right
you
there?
guys going to your dad's for the weekend?"
Like, will you be? Yeah, dad's gonna come home like tonight. Like, what?
Oh, he's picking you up tonight. Oh, this might be a bit
You're gonna
awkward.
go tonight. I see. That's be a bit awkward. I mean,
I guess how good first introduction. He's sitting on the couch from the game.
so anyway, back to the Sneeko thing. Yeah, Charlie got into some.
Sorry,
Charlie got into the beef with Sneeko.
Story.
Apparently, it's mostly Sneeko that's been like
It's basically
hounding
almost
Charlie for like 3 months before, and Charlie just wasn't responding to it. And I wasn't aware of it either, since
You weren't?
I wasn't like I don't catch up with Sneeko very much. So like the second the Sneeko Charlie like the first time was over and Charlie made the response, I was like, okay. And then I never heard anything about it again until today, until last time.
I try to stay in the loop with them because they're always doing some like fucking dumb, insane shit sometimes.
You like seeing what stupid stuff they do?
Yeah, like him, Aiden Ross, and Kai Senta. I like keeping up with what they do because it's like, hey, what are the Andrew Tate writers up to?
You just really don't like those kinds of streamers, huh?
No, I don't. If you gave that fucker
You don't like
a
Kai. You don't
platform,
like Kai Centennial, and you don't like I Show Speed. You don't like.
Hold on. I don't like iShow Speed for different reasons than I don't like Kai Senta, JD. I know what you're trying to do here.
Actually, I don't know what Kai
I was a part of the group that helped give Andrew Tate like a platform. He was part of it, but nobody
Oh,
ever
he was part
talks
of it?
about it. It's like one of those fuck things where it's
because
like
the only time I ever hear
just
Kai
get away with it.
be talked about is in like a good sense, where like, oh yeah, he's like the most
Yeah, that's
popular
my point.
streamer
It's
now
like
or something, and
I'm happy that like he's a big like streamer and he like just reached like one of those milestones.
he's like the most subscribed
Sure,
streamer
Ludwig.
on the platform. I
Yeah,
think.
and I think Ludwig then passed it right after he reached it because
Yeah,
like Ludwig put up a
Ludwig.
video like, "Hey, congrats," and then like 5 minutes later he beat it. But like, I'm happy for him. It is important that people of color reach these sort of like milestones, but it's also like I can't support him because he fucking helped platform Andrew Tate after he got like, his
Well,
shit
it's
kicked
okay
down.
because he's a person
No,
of color, so it's okay.
no. It is a problem. It's like why it's like I can't
I
support anything Sneeko does
I
and
didn't know he
shit.
did that because I don't think anyone ever brings it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like nobody ever brings it up, but him and Aiden Ross were like big with like streaming together and then having like fucking Tate there as well and shit. It was
Does
just
he still stream with Aiden Ross, or did they
yeah,
go their
they
separate
stream
ways?
they like fight in stream. It's like watching a couple fight.
Oh, so like
Like
what we do on stream, or
yeah, it's like what we do, but it's serious.
but it's like they actually are fighting.
Yeah, and it's like so weird. It's like you two fucking hate each other, but like you guys act like friends whenever you're around each other.
I can't wait
Like
for you to get into Valorant and then become just like Kai Cenat and Aiden Ross and all these people. The
I
toxicity gets to
I
you,
was
and
tempted to get like fucking shooter glasses, like the fucking yellow ones and stuff. And
shooter
they get like
glasses.
yeah, that's what they're called normally, but I guess gamer glasses is a better term. And then get like a G
Yeah.
Fuel like some sort of like G Fuel or Gamer Subs like container and like stuff to drink while
It's like that
streaming.
Logan Paul how Logan Paul says it when he's like
Oh, I should buy Prime.
we just found a dead body, and then
Yeah.
Logan Paul's like, yup.
Yeah.
That's really funny. Come on.
Yeah, I'm tempted to get like a bunch of dumb stuff to be like, I'm an ultra gamer for when I do it.
You should have like
I'll,
you should have like the Dorito bag and your Mountain Dew in frame with the glasses
I'll
on.
you know what? If I don't think we have Doritos. I fucking hate the taste of Doritos. I think I've talked about this with you
You could go
before.
buy like just a small bag of it, just have it just as a prop, and that's it. You like never eat it. The same bag.
I fucking hate them, dude. They're the only people that do nacho cheese chips, but like they're terrible.
That's
They're
true.
so
Why are they
bad.
the only people who do the nacho cheese chips?
I don't
Because
know.
everybody else who wants to do it is like, oh, Doritos is already a thing, and we're not going to beat that, so might as well not even
Well,
try.
it's also Doritos now does barbecue.
Yeah. Oh, do they?
Yes, it's a big thing. It's also part of the reason I brought up Jack Harlow. He was their promotional piece for it during the
Oh,
Super Bowl.
yeah. What did he say for the promotion? He was like,
He's like,
uh,
I need to do a new angle, and then like he like starts using a triangle in his songs, and it's because he saw somebody eating a
oh,
barbecue
that's right.
Doritos.
He was the triangle guy in the shows.
He was the
I was like,
triangle
I
guy because
recognize that guy from somewhere.
he's the triangle guy because barbecue Dorito.
And I remember, oh yeah, he's the dude who's like social medias and computers got these pussies walking around like they losers. He was that guy.
Yeah, he's also the guy that did a KFC like a collaboration because he used to work at KFC, and that's like a big part of his history. Where they did like a
That's pretty
drawing of him
funny.
on like all their bags and cups, but he looks like it looks like a drawing of the Unabomber. It
Jesus
looks
Christ.
it looks like the Unabomber drawings that they used to pass out. Like
My
it's
God.
insane.
That's what the fuck?
It's really funny.
That's pretty
It's
fucked up, dude. Holy
it's pretty
shit.
funny though, but it's pretty fucking funny, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
You Jesus, man.
It's really funny how they don't realize. But it's
Just because
like
you say it's funny doesn't it's not really like
I know, but
I know. Okay, well, that's good to know, you know. Anyway, so yeah, it's just that normal drama. Sneeko being like a not such a great dude, and Charlie did like a friggin' banger like comeback or like a clapback video. Friggin' put him in the dirt, dude. Oof.
yeah, Charlie really fucking like shut him down.
Yeah, it was like well, it was just a really solid like saying he's not a very good person. Even though I didn't really know what Sneeko did before, after I watched the Charlie video, I watched another video that talked more about like Sneeko and like what he did in order to get a lot of people to not like him very much. And after I watched that, I was like, yeah, it makes sense to me. No,
Yeah, he's a shitty person basically.
I mean,
Like
I think he's a
he
great
had a
dude,
good
but
start, and then he just kind of like spoiled it all for himself. Also, I sent you photos of the Jack Harlow like photo they have on the stuff, and then the
yeah, I see
Unabomber
it.
sketch.
It looks pretty great.
It's really similar.
Oh my god. Hmm.
Also, that's a really great sketch. The Unabomber one that looks actually a lot like him. The actual Unabomber, not the Jack Harlow, but
Yeah.
that's really good sketch work. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little impressed. I've never actually looked at it before.
Huh.
But yeah, back to Sneeko. Sorry. It's okay. Yeah. Sneeko, he has like a weird history when you really look into him. He's like,
Yeah,
he
he
was
has
the
like a
cameraman for Mr. Beast for like a video and stuff.
yeah, it was so weird what like to find out what he's been in and what he's done.
I did like the concept of his 1 minute interviews and stuff. And then, he just got really biased on like his
He
stuff for
got
some
he
of the
got
stuff he's
red
doing.
pilled, and I think I liked him more after he was red pilled than before. Because before he was like a beta male and like kind of just letting like he was like stairs, just letting people walk all over him. But now he's like now he can hold his own, you know. And now
Yeah, can he?
he's a millionaire and he lives in Budapest or whatever, where all the
Does he?
millionaires, fake millionaires live.
Romania.
Yeah,
He's he like
is he actually in
does
Romania?
no. I don't think so. That's just where I go to anytime I think of where do YouTubers go to hide? Romania.
No, that's just where Andrew Tate went to hide.
Yeah, exactly.
Andrew Tate went to Romania. Sam Bankman-Fried went to like the Bahamas or something.
It's the exact same scenario of all the Nazis went to like fucking
The
fuck
moon.
what's
Yeah,
no
they fled
it's
to the
the
moon.
it's this one country I can never remember the name of it.
Germany.
No, they fled to a certain country after like a lot of them did. So it's like people like that's where Hitler went. He never really died. Like all the conspiracy theorists. Argentina.
Oh,
Yeah,
Argentina.
Argentina. I was looking up as I was looking at the sketch of the Unabomber, and then it occurred to me.
Well, anyway, yeah, that all drama is concluded now. I guess. I think.
I guess.
I guess. I think. I don't
I
think Charlie's
don't
gonna make
think it
another
is.
video about it. I don't think he's gonna make another video about it. But I think he did talk a little bit about him on streams whenever he's brought up Sneeko. There was like a little clip I saw where Charlie's like, "Yeah, let me send him like a DM about something," and then yeah, that's it.
Sneeko, he's a weird dude when you like look into his videos as
I was
well.
surprised that he's actually he's one of your people, James. He's like a closeted person.
Yeah, he's very
Yeah,
closeted.
I think he is. It's not like an
I
insult. I
I do
legitimately
believe
think he
that.
is.
No, I don't think it's an insult to say it either, unless, he would take it as an insult,
Well, I
but
mean, I don't care if he takes it as an insult
it's
either.
definitely not. He he's not very good at hiding it if he's not trying to be.
So yeah, I guess
But
that's a thing. And I think you should be. I think people should just be a bit nicer to him because of that.
no,
Maybe I mean I
I
think
think
maybe
he
one of
deserves
these
the
days
hate.
he'll wake up to it, you know. And when he does, I think you should try to schedule him for like an interview on the celluloid slaughter and like
I bet you I could convince him that I'm like a
that you're a
Tate
big
head.
dude. And then yeah, you think you can? You look like
Oh,
it actually.
absolutely.
If you show
Yeah, I
yourself on
look
camera, you'd be
firstly, I
like, yeah,
look
bro,
like it.
I'm
I
ready
look
for
like
all
it,
this,
and
dude.
I can hide like my fucking like sort of ideology. I can just put that to
I'm
the side to
I'm
like
rising,
do
I'm
the
grinding.
interview. Yeah, I could do a fucking sexist sort of like fucking trap. Like I could pretend to be something.
Yeah, I made this video with my friend. We went over to Level Up Expo. We harassed a bunch of cosplayers, female cosplayers, and they here take a look.
I when I first heard MLM, I had a certain idea.
I had a dream.
No, but Sneeko, I really like I ignored him for a long time, then a YouTuber named Chad.
Mhm.
Like they made a video about him. I watched the video, I'm like it was her and Danny Gonzalez, and they fucking just they annihilated one of his videos.
Mm.
And then he did a reaction to it, and he is so I don't know how people can be Sneeko fans when he all he does is he lets 1 second of a video play, pauses it, then goes on a 20-minute rant, plays the video, lets it play for 1 second, pause it, and goes on another 20-minute rant. the man has the most insufferable sort of like
Well, I
way of
mean, it's
doing
just a
any content.
transformative content, just making sure that, you know, he doesn't
No,
accidentally.
but he's got him and everybody in the
It's
comments
like
would
him, and
call
then the polar opposite of him is like XQC, who just doesn't say anything.
XQC is both the most based and unbased man there is.
He's
No, but
based, but he's not based in reality.
he's based, but he's also really shitty about it. No, but like Sneeko would be him, and then he'd have another guy there in the videos with him, being like his hype man, just like sort of being like saying yes to anything he did. And everyone's like, Sneeko, you can just tell us that your boyfriend's here in the videos with you. You don't have to pretend
What
anymore.
was funny is that there was like one moment in that one video that dude made about Sneeko where he was in a like an interview discussion call debate thing with a bunch of other people, and he was with that like one politician dude who was like unironically like really racist or something.
Yeah.
And that guy was like, I was so surprised that that guy is real, like that politician, because he was all like, yeah, I don't think white people, black people should be like you know, forming couples. I don't think that should be a thing. And I thought he was joking. But
No,
then
that's the
everyone
guy's
else
serious.
is like, no, he's 100% serious, 100% serious, and he doesn't.
That guy's horrible.
I didn't realize that. I was like, who is
I
this
know
guy?
exactly what you're talking about too, because I'm pretty sure I
And
don't
Sneeko
remember.
was there, and he's like, yeah. He's like
No,
on that
he-
guy's side. But then but that guy
I think
doesn't.
Sneeko's like one of those people who are like doesn't accept that he is a mixed person. He just like it's like him and Andrew Tate. They don't accept that they are mixed.
So
They
you
just
think
like,
they
portray
just
themselves
act
as being
like they're
white.
like the generic
Yeah, they
alt
just
right white dude?
yeah, that's exactly what it is. They like it's like guys, you're not good at hiding it. You obviously are mixed. Like you can't just pretend that you're not. Like when people are being racist, you can't just be like, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you
brother.
guys are mixed, and I'm purebred, so you guys suck.
Oh no. Oh no, JD.
Am I wrong, James? Am I wrong?
You're making it sound like that's how what I'm saying.
I know.
No, but it's like they try to ignore whenever like somebody they are like interviewing or like talking to says something racist. They just like ignore it completely. It's like, guys, they're literally talking about you. You can't just pretend. No, but yeah, I 100% do believe Sneeko is a closeted gay, and he just like supports all these horrible people that like are against him for many reasons other than that like he
You don't think he's
also
just like? Do you think he's like stupid in the sense that he just doesn't realize it, or do you think?
yeah
Do you think he's like?
I think
he's
he
like
just
so
doesn't realize it.
What was it called? Cognitive
Inept?
bias or something?
Oh.
It's that thing where like you believe so hard in something, even though you like you know that like if you were thinking in your right mind, you would know that it's not right. But since you're like so invested in this one thing, you can't back out. It's like a psychological thing.
Yeah,
Cognitive
like
bias, I
Rooster
think, is what it was called.
Teeth. Yeah, I think that is what it is. Yeah, that's
I
100%
think it might be that
situation.
because I don't know if there's actual real people who are that blind in
No,
terms of like,
it's
dude, it just doesn't seem like a real person to me. He seems like a
it's
a
also-
Hollywood written villain in like a bad like social commentary movie.
it's also the fact that like he's like, well, you guys are just mad because you're not monogamous, and it's like, no, you're not monogamous but polyamorous, and he's like,
Yeah.
you guys are mad because you're monogamous. It's like, Sneeko, you're not polyamorous. You hated that your girlfriend was sleeping with other guys and stuff. That's not open. That's not polyamorous. That is you wanting a monogamous relationship, but not trying to like,
No.
It's like,
Oh, you're not as smart as I
people
thought
don't
you were.
care if you were. It's that you aren't, but you're trying to pretend to be. And it's not like I'm making an opinion. It's a fact because you stated that you hated this. You have multiple videos of you going, "I hated this situation."
Dude,
and then you're like, I'm
that video,
polyamorous.
what was that video from? Did he have like a
Dude, I don't
podcast with
know.
his friends?
I don't know.
And they were just talking about it
It
and
looks
stuff.
like they're just chilling on a
Because
couch.
that podcast, the way they shot that was like the exact same way I imagined like our Patreon podcast like
Oh,
in a video would
absolutely.
look like. It's just us
It's
like
absolutely
barefoot
that.
on the carpet and like holding the microphone. They don't have microphone stands. They were just holding the microphones,
Yeah,
the
that's
wires
exactly
out. And
what
I was
we
like,
would do, man.
this looks exactly like what I was imagining our shit to be
It's-
like.
It's like if you
And then
ever
we need to
watch.
do a skit when we start doing the video version where I'm like, yeah, so I had a girlfriend actually. And you're like, what? You had a girlfriend? It's like, yeah. And last week we went to this party and just do a bit that
JD,
just
I've
copies that.
genuinely had the thought of this before of us doing a skit like to open something,
Yeah.
and it was gonna be like,
And
so
I was like,
JD,
yeah, so
you're
and there was a
gay.
dude and he was like, he was banging my girlfriend on the bed. He's like, you let another man fuck you, your girl? He's like, yeah, no, I don't know. And you know, I love this bit. I mean, I'm not going to say bitch. You're queen. Yeah, that's right. Queen.
Yeah, like
It was like the most beta talk I've ever
JD, you would
seen.
really like the show pretty much it if because that's like what they do basically. Whenever they do like commentary tracks, they have like video portion, and every now and then they'll put it in like their highlight videos, and it's them doing that. It's them literally doing that shit.
Yeah, you know, and like 3 pumps in, I just got up and walked out. Like
Yeah,
I couldn't
again,
look at it.
it's JD.
It's so
I don't think
good.
that's a polyamorous relationship. No, 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 no. We're open. We're open.
Was it polyamorous? Did Sneeko like sleep with other girls while he was with that
Well,
girlfriend?
that's what that situation was. Is that he was supposed to, but
But
he
he
felt so
didn't.
uncomfortable that he got up and left.
Ah. Oh, so he was just a bitch and he couldn't do it.
Yeah, because he was at a swingers party, which it's like if you're at that, then you're there with like
Then you're a
probably a
swinger,
bunch
right?
of other couples.
You're there with a bunch of other cucks.
Yeah, like what did you expect, Sneak?
You expected him to go and it was just like nor just I thought it was just like a we sleep our own thing kind of thing, but
Here's
then
my thing. I would if I was interviewing Sneeko, I wouldn't want to do it over Discord. I would absolutely want to be in person with him.
you want to be in person with Sneeko. You're not afraid
Yeah.
that he'll lash out at you physically for
No,
insulting
Jay,
his
I genuinely think
masculinity.
I could fucking beat his ass. I'm not afraid of him attacking me physically.
Well, if he
I
does attack you physically, I think you could. I think you could overpower him pretty easily.
Jay, I think I could fucking choke slam his ass through a table. I don't give a shit what
I
Sneeko
don't. I
thinks I'm
don't
gonna do.
know. I don't condone violent behavior here on the channel.
No, no, I don't condone violent behavior either. I
But
don't
I
like
could
violence.
choke
I am a
slam this
very
dude on
big
the table.
advocate of being against it. But I am like I've done self-defense like courses and shit. I'm not a
Yeah.
bitch. I will not stand down
You went to
fucking
self
somebody like
defense
Sneeko
university,
attacking
and
me. Listen,
I'm not so confident.
I didn't
You
get
know
in
me,
like 8
James.
wrestling matches at my graduation party.
I'm more
Not
of
to
I'm more of the
fucking be
Charlie
ready for this
mindset.
shit.
I'm more of the Charlie mindset. You know, I'd rather not
Talk
fight.
to him about the difference between clips and mags.
No, yeah, I'd rather tell you the difference between clips and mags than fisticuffs it out in the
I
ring.
play the roulette of putting an actual loaded gun on a table, a bunch of airsoft guns, and then like see how long it takes for Sneeko to try and go for it. And I think
It's when you interview, if you ever get the chance to interview Sneeko person, you just set up so many traps.
yes, JD, I didn't say it.
Like the
That is
set,
what I was thinking.
the set,
I was-
like you have a gun that looks like it's loaded on the table, but it's just an airsoft gun. To test whether or not Sneeko will reach for it.
yes,
You sit a
got
bit
it.
close to him, so it's like within punch rate range, so that if Sneeko ever gets that urge to do it, he loses his
Well, you see,
mental
JD,
fight against the urge. He'll throw the
I've
punch.
taken a note from our friend Noah. When he reaches for the gun, a box will spring out of the table and capsule his hand.
You have a picture of like little girls all over the set, so like maybe Sneeko will like look at them and like say something sus about them.
I have signed merchandise from the movie,
You have a poster of the cuties on the wall.
and there's a counter every time he looks at it. A number gets added to the counter.
My God, you monster.
There is an interview show kind of like this where they just antagonize all the guests.
It's like Eric Andre, where
Yeah.
they mess with they mess with the guest on purpose.
Sneako's my Lance
But
Reddick.
with the editing, they try to make it as if the guest just looks insane.
Oh my god, it would be Sneeko. Sneeko's my Lance Reddick. He punches the table, he leaves, and he comes back dressed as Charlie, and he starts going, "I wish I was I wish I was most critical.
You know, he
I
comes
wish I
in
was
as
most critical."
he comes in his Charlie outfit. He pulls out his AR. He's like, this isn't a clip. It's a mag. This is a mag.
Oh, speaking of, sorry, I know I brought it up just very quickly, but I realized they delivered on the LeVar Burton joke with Lance Reddick when he like disappears and comes back dressed as his character from Star Trek. He just starts going, "I wish I was LeVar Burton. I wish I was LeVar Burton. Apparently, like a couple seasons later, LeVar Burton shows up dressed as a Lance Reddick character, and he starts chanting, "I wish I was Lance Reddick. I wish I was Lance Reddick."
Uh,
And it's,
that's pretty
I, I,
funny.
I wasn't aware of it. It's pretty good. But yeah, Sneeko. I would love to do an interview with him just because he's a fucking insane person.
I
You
mean,
know
there's a
what?
lot of same people out there you would like to do
I
interviews with.
could convince him to like, hey, this would be hilarious for the video. We wheel you out like you're Hannibal Lecter. Like we have you on a dolly, you got the mask on, and everything. We gotta unstrap you and put you in the chair and shit.
Hmm.
I bet you he would agree to something like that because he is like a fucking film bro type guy too. So he'd be like, oh yeah, that'd be fucking.
Yeah. Oh, there was another time too where I think he was supposed to do like a Twitter reading for Keemstar, but he messed it up or something,
Christ.
and Keemstar didn't use it because he said like it sucks. So then like
Oof,
he
being told that
went
by Keemstar of all people.
then Sneeko went out and like went on this like, whole hate tirade on Keemstar. And he was just brought on this like panel and
So
like roasted.
so the one time Nico did something good.
No, he what he did was he just he I guess he couldn't read the Twitter things right. So Keemstar was just like, nah, I just won't use your shit. We'll get someone else to do it. And then Sneeko went on like this, went insane and on like social media started hating on Keemstar for this. But then yeah, got exposed. He did the same thing to another dude. I forgot what his name was. Like
I think he does that quite a bit.
Brandon Buckingham.
Yeah, the guy that's supposed to box, that was supposed
Yeah,
to box
he like
Sneeko, and then
accused
he
him of
backed out
rape
of
or
it.
something, right? He accused him of trying to rape his girlfriend or something.
Yeah,
Sneeko.
Sneeko accused him of something like that, and so like the guy is like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, the guy's like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And then he sued him, and then
To be fair though, it probably doesn't help that he put out a video where he did talk about like fucking Sneeko's girlfriend after the whole like
that's
other stuff
true.
though.
But
That probably doesn't
I,
help.
it was a roast where he's like, "I'm gonna run a train on your girlfriend because you're a cuck," and I think that's a lot different.
Yeah, that's
To I That's
definitely
a lot different to
but-
what Sneeko said. It was like he said he was gonna rape my girlfriend, and then
right, and then Sneeko is adamant that he's like, no, word for word, that's what he said, and it's like, no,
no.
that's not what he said, Sneeko. As much as what he said
Listen,
wasn't okay,
Sneeko,
that's not what he said.
even if you beat my ass in a fight, that doesn't unfuck your girlfriend. That was a really hard hitting line. I like that line.
That was Charlie's. There's a special place in hell waiting for you, old friend. So don't
That's
keep the
Charlie's
devil waiting.
FNAF 6 monologue.
Connection terminated. Even if you beat me in a fight. Which I don't believe Sneeko could do. He's not. He doesn't seem like a person that's like been training for a fight.
No,
Nor do I think he really will when the fight comes.
I mean the only reason why I'm a
He'll
little
turn
mixed
the
on
Andrew
it is
Tate.
just because
He'll
he's
turn the Andrew Tate
because
from
Sneeko is a
Vice.
lot bigger, where he's taller, so he's got
Yeah,
a bit
but
of
that
an
doesn't
advantage
really
there.
mean anything. Like, I
I don't know
people
how
like,
heavy. It depends on how heavy they are, right?
well, it's also Sneeko isn't like that kind of guy. Like, just genuinely, from everything I've seen of him, he is not like that.
Does
kind of
Charlie
guy.
box? I don't know if he's fought much.
I think the difference is that Charlie's a fit dude, in that
Yeah.
he has been approached many times about it. I don't think that like he trains for it specifically, but I think he's not like, because he is like a self-defense type person. Like as we've seen with like his stuff with Dale, and then like him also owning guns and stuff. I don't think he's not on like.
Oh, so he's got like a little less. He knows knowledge about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think the difference is that firstly, Charlie is definitely way more athletically fit and would probably stand a better chance, but also he's more versed in this type of like stuff than someone like Sneeko is, because Sneeko is just like a fucking I'm pretty sure a privileged kid who's like not really having type shit. Now he's just like, I spend money on guns and then fling
Nah,
around
dude,
on like the extreme.
he worked his way up from the bottom, James. Okay, if you were a big Sneeko fan, you know this. I don't
I'm
know
not,
actually.
so explain to me since you watched the video on him recently.
No, I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure I remember that he, much like Tate, came from like a very privileged lifestyle.
I wouldn't doubt it. I guess it just turns out a lot of kids like that just go off the deep end.
Yep. Gee, I wonder.
They don't snap back to reality, you know.
I wonder if this consequence of not having to worry about things maybe affected them and made them think that they're untouchable.
Oh man. Well, that's what I had to talk about for the Stego thing. Anything else you wanted to bring up or
Uh, Not at the moment. Yeah, I don't think I have anything.
well, I mean,
Hmm.
it's nothing happening.
I mean,
I mean, that was such a big thing. I kind of just forgot about everything else.
yeah, I think there was like, I
I mean, we
think I
did
might have
watch
had time.
Transformers, the two Transformers
Oh yeah,
movies.
we finished watching Transformers. I'm going to be spending tonight and tomorrow night working on TF2's commentary track, and then uploading that probably around Monday. And then I'll,
TF2.
well, what? Okay, I see it. I didn't get it before, but I understand now. I was gonna say, what else would I call it? But then I realized, Source 2 or whatever it is, Counter-Strike 2 is coming.
Right. There was a Counter-Strike 2 coming out.
Yeah, it got like fully leaked as one of them just showed a screen that said the words Counter-Strike 2 on it during a presentation.
Yep, Counter-Strike 2. There was another game that was like
I
2
I
coming
have to
out
wonder,
soon.
was that just them fucking with people? Because that would be
That
pretty
might have
funny.
been. I don't know
It
if
would
they'll
be
call
pretty funny. I wouldn't
Counter-Strike
get it.
the second Counter-Strike game Counter-Strike 2.
I mean, what are they even working on? Like, genuinely,
I don't
what
know.
is Valve doing other than making the games? Like,
Valve is one of those weird companies that are
well, I
they the ones
think,
that own Steam or is it
yeah, Valve made Steam and stuff, so I have to wonder if is it just because they own that company and they moderate that it's like
yeah,
they
I think
make enough that they
maybe
don't need to
Steam
make
is
new
just
stuff.
taking up most of their time and they don't really work on anything else.
My thing is, they put out Half-Life Alyx like in 2020, 2019,
Mhm.
like maybe 2018, I think.
That was the was that the VR one?
It is, and it was something that they'd been working on, I think, since 2016.
Ah. And now you
And
think they're working on something else or
I have to imagine they were doing something else because now they're putting out like new TF2 updates and stuff.
huh.
I heard about that they're putting out new stuff for that, the whole Counter-Strike 2 thing. I do think that they are just fucking with people, but it's also like they're clearly making something, and it's like people want stuff. I mean, fuck, they literally for one of the biggest games like since 2007, I think is when Half-Life 2's like last episode came out. How they just left it up in the air, like, hey, here's the end of the story, and then they like came in Half-Life Alyx and they're like, actually, because of Alex interference in this game, all the events of the end of the story did not happen, and things are very fucking different now. And it's like, well, what does this mean? You
How
can't just
yeah.
you can't just retcon like this huge moment and then just walk away again.
Well, they just did.
I
And
know they just
it's
did, and it's
canon now.
insane. It's insane that they do it.
What are you gonna do, man? You gonna
Yeah.
cry?
Yes.
Hey, Valve, look at my clips. You want me to watch your clips? No, look at my clips.
It's me waving around my airsoft
Your
guns.
airsoft gun that doesn't have the orange tip on it anymore.
It's I don't know. I hope that there is something new coming down the pipeline.
Hmm. Oh yeah,
I
there was a thing I just saw recently with the YouTubers being sued for like $1 billion or something. Have you
Yeah,
heard about that?
I've heard about it. I've watched a little bit. I was kind of disinterested in the video though, so I didn't finish watching. Do you know about it? Can you tell me?
Yeah, so it's just related to the FTX thing,
Okay.
where FTX collapsed and Sam Bankman-Fried was like arrested. Turned out to be a whole like scam. Surprise.
I think I saw something that Shaq was a part of that, wasn't
Yeah. So the funny thing about it was all these, all those financial, was it the financial education
he?
YouTube
Yeah.
channels? They a lot of them were paid to support FTX, right? Like
Who could have guessed?
as like a what was it as like a deal.
Yeah,
So
sounds about right.
they're being sued for that because FTX was a scam and they promoted it, and that's not cool. So it turns out that
Right.
it might not actually be like a really solid lawsuit. At least I don't think Legal Eagle thinks it's a very solid one. Just because
Mhm.
they were paid to promote something, and even if that thing turned out to be not so great, it's not really like on them. I guess like legally, I guess it's not their fault. It's the people who fell for the scam. So maybe they'll get off fine. But yeah, it was just a big lawsuit that came up, and Shaq was in there too, I think. And the reason why Shaq was so interesting is because because people think that he's hiding in his house in order to avoid being served papers for this lawsuit.
That's pretty funny.
Because you know how you have to be served the papers in order for it to go through. So if they never if they've never find you and serve you the papers, then it just gets put on hold forever. So what Shaq does is he hides in his like giant house, plays like hide and seek with these dudes, and they can't find him. I don't know. I don't know if that's actually what's
Shaq's like
happening, but
Batman.
it's my imagery of what's happening. It just makes it seem really funny.
I mean, Shaq, he's just Batman, he's literally hiding in the rafters.
Yeah, it's like the lawyer dudes walk up to his house and they ring the doorbell. They don't get an answer. They break in and they're like looking around, but Shaq's like crawling on the ceilings, avoiding him, avoiding their eyesight.
I mean, I do genuinely think like people that like serve you papers and stuff,
Hmm.
like for things like that, it can be pretty fucked. Like the way that they do it, it does kind of feel like I can't say entrapment because I know it's not exactly it, but it's really
I
fucked the
don't
way
think I've
they do
ever
it.
seen anyone get served papers. What does it look
Oh, you've
like?
never seen you? Okay, so it's like a way that they do it is they like have a guy kind of just or guy or girl, whatever. Uh it's just a process worker that like basically they kind of just go to where this person should be
Uh-huh.
and then they'll wait around, they'll wait for the person, and then they'll like, kind of either be like a delivery person or they'll just kind of like slowly slip their way into like a conversation with this person and then they'll go, "Oh, are you this and this?" And if they identify themselves as yes, then you just literally pull out the papers and give it to them and leave.
Oh, that's it.
And it's
Wait,
like
so that's an
sometimes,
actual job? So like people
yeah, that's the actual job. That's a process
that'd be
server,
hilarious. I mean,
and it's
that's my
borderline.
new
They'll be
job.
like a delivery person. It can be kind of fucked though, because it'll just be like out of nowhere.
Yeah, that makes me a little scared because I get talked to a lot because of my approachable face. So maybe one of these days they'll just serve me
People come up to you
papers
and
from
they're like, "Are
nowhere.
you GizmoWorks?"
Do you run a channel called GizmoWorks? And I'll be like,
Yeah,
yeah. Are you a
you've
fan?
been
And he's
served.
like, I'm like, yeah. Are you a fan? He's like, oh, here. And he just hands me the papers, and I'm like, what are these? He's like, you're being served. Bye.
That literally happened to so the actor Jason Sudeikis, currently very well known for his show Ted Lasso and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he served his ex-wife Olivia Wilde papers while she was at a film festival giving a presentation. Like it
Like
was
just in
on stage.
public,
People thought it
everybody
was
there.
like part of the presentation and stuff. The movie Don't Worry Darling with Harry Styles and Chris Pine. It was that movie and she was promoting it at the festival and everything, and it's like a guy walks up on stage, hands her like a thing that's like marked important documents inside, and
Mm-hmm.
she's like, "Ooh, I wonder what this could be. Is this a little special thing people have for me or something?" And then she's like, "Oh, these are my divorce papers." And it's
These
like,
are my
yeah,
divorce papers.
yeah, it's
Ah, ha ha ha!
it's
Cute
pretty,
laughter.
yeah, it's like very awkward if it like happens to you in public and shit. But
It's
you
like
can't get
they
served if they can't
purposely
get to you.
they purposely aim for public appearances.
Like, firstly, they have to identify you. Like, are you this and this? And if you say yes, then they have
But
to
what if you
serve
say
you the
no? They
papers.
can't serve you anymore? Is that just how it is?
I think they still can. Like, if they can physically identify you as still being the same person. So I think that's why Shaq is hiding in his house, if
Oh,
he
I see.
is.
So like so if Shaq's walking around in public, he's like the only person who looks like Shaq around, and they come up
Well,
like, "Are
it's
you
like
Shaq?" And he's like, "No, no, I'm not.
it's
Here's papers anyway."
it's like the Caitlyn Jenner thing where it's like after she transitioned, it was like she spent like weeks inside her house and people were like, "Who is this mysterious person inside?" Like they see her walk by the windows
Like
and
they couldn't
shit.
serve Caitlyn Jenner any papers anymore because she because she like changed identities. It's like, no, I don't know who that is. It's not me.
Caitlyn Jenner is also not a role model. I have to make that clear. Even though they're a trans person, they are a horrible
I beg
person.
to differ,
Like
James. The only time I've ever
what they
heard
did
Caitlyn Jenner brought up
pre-transition
was
does not
a
excuse anything after they transitioned.
hey the that's I beg to differ, James. The only time I ever hear Caitlyn Jenner is a role model, man. Simple as that.
Well, it's like the whole Matthew Broderick thing. Like he murdered those people, but everyone
But
excuses it
murder
because
is
he was
funny
Ferris Bueller.
because he's funny.
No, he killed two people.
But he was funny in Ferris Bueller.
No, does not excuse.
Wow.
It also makes watching Ferris Bueller very funny when you know that he killed two people. It's like, this man's a maniac.
This man is a murderer.
Oh, this explains his actions.
Well, that's interesting because I've never watched Ferris Bueller before.
Adding it to the list.
Huh. Well,
I had an idea. What if for stuff, if I'm able to get like the just movie like by itself and edit it down to like highlights, I'll
yeah,
send you like the Google, like over Google Drive, I'll send you the video and you can upload it to your channel as the highlights, and then on my channel goes the full commentaries.
sure. I mean, right now I can just do it myself and like grab the video off the commentary off your uh channel and then find a
I
very
just
illegal copy of the movie on my side and
very
make some
illegal,
highlights.
definitely not torrented from YouTube.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of I don't know if you've seen some like movie watching channels where they actually show the movie. You know, they would show like clips from the movie,
Right. I just
and
don't
then
know.
they'll just do
I'd
like
have
cut to
to
themselves on
re-listen
Discord or
through and
something.
be like, hey, what are our funniest bits?
Mm.
It's gonna be hard for Bumblebee.
I could do it for all the other Transformer movies. For
Bumblebee is
Bumblebee, I
literally
think
gonna
we
be
had
us just talking
some.
about Sneeko again.
Yeah, Bumblebee was just the Sneeko thing.
It basically was, and then we kind of just went silent during a lot of the parts.
Well, it's because if it's a good movie, then it's captivating, and you want to watch the movie instead of talking about how bad the movie is without watching it.
Morbius,
Yeah.
where we never stop talking.
So I think you just need to find more movies like that, you know?
Yeah, don't worry, I've got them loaded up, man. That's why Steven Universe is on there.
Oh yeah.
As much as I like it, I can also mock the fuck out of it.
Steven Universe. Well, if that's
Here
all,
in
James,
the garden,
then
let's play a game.
if you enjoyed, you should like, subscribe. I've been getting more subscribers now that I've been streaming on YouTube.
Hell yeah, brother.
Surprise, surprise. Than
Work that grind,
than
gamer.
normal. So, yeah, glad that's been happening. But if you enjoy the podcast, if you're an OG podcast viewer, then they're gonna keep coming out. And when do they come out, James?
Every Sunday.
Sunday. That's right. Sunday. Bring us out, James.
Here in the garden, let's play a game.